back to another video. Just some motivation for students. So welcome back, welcome back. This will lead us to our sixth question. How long have you been doing photography / what have kept you going over these years?
So I've been doing it for almost 6 years now. What keeps me going is keeping things fresh. I continue to learn. I think it stays exciting because I'm continuing to grow and learn new things. My wife gets so stressed out because if I see a new piece of equipment or I see a new technique for me to try, like I'm always doing something to keep it fresh and exciting. And honestly, that's what keeps me going. And then on top of that, it's the people that I get to meet. Like every photo shoot is a new person that I get to impact. Every photo shoot is another life that I get to change. Every photo shoot is a new relationship or a new connection. And so it's like, this may be my 200th photo shoot of the year, but this is their first. And I've got to treat it that way because they deserve to get the exact same experience that the person who booked me on January 1st got. So for me, that's what keeps me going, is just like knowing that it's bigger than me.
We tied up. I'm 6 years in. You 6 years in. So we both we keep going. We both keep going, both working at our craft. And throughout this interview, I've heard you mention your wife a lot. So this will lead us to our following question. Question number 7. How does the support that you receive from others and your wife helps you?
Like I said, she supports me in a lot of ways and just helping keeping me alive outside of photography. Because you leave it up to me, like I said, I don't have good balance when it comes to what I'm doing. So it's just like, she's the one that'll come and say, hey, let's call it a night. Or if I'm on a photo shoot and maybe I've gone over time, she's the one that's going to call and just check in and say, hey, just looked at the calendar. It looks like you were supposed to be done at 1 o'clock. Like it's 2:30 now. What's going on? Things like that. And then also even just like I said, it's a mental game. So it's just like those times when I get frustrated, maybe a client, sends me a message that is hard to manage, and I can show it to her and say, all right, I need your help. Like, how do I respond to this? Because if I say what I want to say, it might not be good. So what would you say? Or help me understand what they mean by this and things like that. So it's really a lot of just the mental aspects that it helps to have a partner who kind of understands where I'm coming from, but also can help me understand where my clients are coming from to give me a different perspective when I need it, so that I don't remain so closed-minded and I can be as empathetic as possible to the people that I serve.
In those moments, you just got to be like, what would Jesus do?
Yeah.
What would Jesus do? Because I know we're humans, so we have our feelings, our different moments, our different reactions. And me, over these years, that's something I'm personally working on, because I was more of I'm gonna say or do whatever I feel. Forget your feelings. But
yeah,
God retracted me. He was like, bring that back, bring that back. We can't be doing that. So I'm just, and I'm not fully perfect or perfected that craft yet, but I am still currently working on that, because like you said, you don't want to be mean and think toward that client, because sometimes it's just a feeling that you feel in the moment. It's not a lasting feeling. And then after you say it, you like, ooh, okay, I just did that. I'm gonna have to apologize. And then that apology may not be accepted, and then that's gonna hurt your business, because they're gonna write a review, be like, Mike, I can't work with him. That man don't know how to control his mouth. He gonna be texting me this, texting me that. It's not only gonna make your character bad, it's gonna make your business bad. Because I always say that you're a representation of something. Either yourself, your business, your family, your religion, your race, your ethnicity. Like, you're a representation of something. So whatever you do affects what you represent.
Very true.
You always have to think of that.
Yeah. I think the last time I checked, I think I was at 122 5-star reviews on Google. So that's what I'm holding on to, is I haven't snapped on anybody yet. So we'll try to keep that streak going as long as we can.
We're gonna keep it going, because you have your wife in the corner, be like, bring that back. So you got that person behind you, just making sure that they keep you. And then big shout out to your wife. What is your wife's name?
Her name's Cass.
Cass? Cass? Oh, Cass.
CASS. Short for Cassandra.
Short for Cassandra.
Yeah.
So big shout out to you and just being in his corner and just being with him over these years. So big shout out to you. So now with any job, any field that you enter in, it's always misconceptions, different things people may think about it. And this will lead us into our 8th question for today. What are some misconceptions about being a photographer?
I think people think photography is a lot easier than it is. They think that, the biggest misconception about photography is that the power is in the camera. I made a reel about this, but people always try to compliment my camera or my lens. They're like, oh, that's a good lens. Oh, that's a good camera. Okay, well, you take my camera and see what you can do with it. And I think most people don't understand that that's low-key offensive to say, like, you don't go to a restaurant and say, man, the pots that chef used, oh my gosh, can you believe how good the stoves in the back kitchen must be so good because I love the taste of this food. No, you compliment the chef. And so it's just like with photography, people always try to compliment the camera or the lens or anything except for the art that is photography, because some people don't see it as an art. And especially now with iPhones, because people think another misconception is that everybody can do it. Even people who go out and buy cameras, I don't consider every person who owns a professional level camera to be a professional photographer, because there's so much more of understanding about light and understanding composition and even just the process of even post-production on a photo that I think makes somebody professional or not. And so I think that's probably the biggest misconception, is just that how easy they think it is, and it's not, and it takes way more time than people give it credit for.
I say same thing on the YouTube atmosphere. I wouldn't say everybody cannot do YouTube. I
No.
say anybody can do YouTube as long as you put your mind towards it.
Yeah,
And then
I agree
kind
with
of
that.
similar, it kind of like similar where the comment that they say, you know, hey, that camera, I know that camera been lazy. And I say to that, it's not the technology that makes it happen. It's you. Because like you
Mhm.
said, I'm not a photographer. I'm a videographer. Video side, I'm good. I'm not the photo side. So if I took his camera and I try to think, it won't come out the same as him, because even though it's the same camera, the technique, the lessons, the talent, the learning, the knowledge is what makes that picture the way it is. And once you don't have that, you're not gonna come out and have the same or like a similar or something even close towards Mike, because you don't have that knowledge. You don't have what he have towards
Right.
it. It's not the technology, it's you that make the technology work. Like, it's not my editing software that make these videos look good. It's me. Cause I gotta go through the whole process of editing the video, from
Mhm.
the cuttings out to the transition to the different titles. Like, I'm the machine. That's just an asset. I'm the machine behind what's making this work. And yeah, that's definitely something offensive, but we always gotta remember, it's not the technology, it's the person behind the technology who's putting in the work, who's using their knowledge, who's using their talent to make it work. And yes, if you own a camera that does not make you photography, if you own a phone that does not make you photography, you're doing a portion of photography, but that does not make you a photographer.
Not one bit.
Our ninth question for today: if someone was to come across what you do, what would you want that person to take away from that?
My focus is always on the person in the picture, more so than the audience of whoever is going to look at it at the end. And only thing I want people to get is a level of confidence that they didn't have before, being able to see themselves better than they did before. My favorite compliment that I get after a photo shoot, or even during a photo shoot, if I show somebody a picture, is like, "Oh my gosh, that's me," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's you." You know what I mean? And I love that experience that I get to give people, of just like seeing themselves in a new light, getting to see themselves how the world sees them, and how God sees them, and how their parents see them, or whatever the case may be. I always try to look at every person that I photograph in the best light, and then show them that. And more than anything, that's always my goal, is for people to see, like, if somebody comes to me for a branding shoot and they, just got out of college and they're trying to start a business, I want them to see themselves as a business owner. If somebody's coming to me and they're graduating with their doctorate degree, I want them to see themselves as a doctor. Whatever the case may be, like, I want to show people the best version of themselves. And And the only way to do that is to already see the best in them. And so, yeah, being able to reflect that and share that experience with somebody, I think is an incredible gift.
And that's such like a good mindset and a goal that you go into, because it's always good to have a goal and a mindset where anything you're going into, because it helps you to better guide what you're doing, to
Mm-hmm.
just better structure everything you're doing, because you have a mission in mind. And what makes it so good is that your mission is for the people. Because you're more focused on them, making sure they're comfortable, making sure that they're confident, that they look at that picture like, that's me.
Mm-hmm.
That's me. That's really
Yeah.
like that. You wanna just pour in like that confidence, that energy into somebody. So that mindset, that goal that you have, is not only helping you structure everything better, but you're also making sure you're paying attention to the person, making sure that they're their best self, making sure that you see them. I know we kind of answered my question number 10 because I actually pulled the quote from your website, and that question was, why is your goal for every shoot to show people the best version of themselves and the world around them? Because once I read your website, I took that quote out, and I'm like, that's such an important, well, not a quote, but the right, well, quote.
It's like my mission statement.
Yeah, it's your mission statement. It was such an important. I'm like, I gotta ask you, like, why is that? Why is that the goal of every photo shoot?
Because I feel like so many people lack confidence. Um, and I think as an entrepreneur, I work with so many businesses. The amount of money that an entrepreneur makes is solely based on their confidence. I think you can take one photographer that's starting out and not really confident and unsure about themselves. They may charge $200 for a photo shoot. If you book me, I may charge you $2,000 for a photo shoot. They can have the same camera as me, but I'm going to make 10 times the money because of my level of confidence. And that confidence comes through experience. It comes through, time and a lot of other factors and preparation. But at the same time, I can make $2,000 for doing the same thing that somebody else might make 200 for. And that's only because I've built up the confidence. And so for anybody who works with me, I want to share that experience with them and for them to be able to have that confidence to go out there and do whatever it is that they're setting out to do at the highest level, and know that they're capable of doing that and being able to see themselves as such. And just knowing how much people need that, like you've got to see it before other people do. And being able to show that to somebody who may need that, I think is important and really valuable.
And that's such an amazing goal, such an amazing mindset. And I want to think on the point where you said that confidence makes you money. And I will rephrase that more on my end. Confident gives you opportunities. For like with me hitting people up to do videos or collabs. Not all the time I'm confident with reaching out to people. Good thing on my main channel, and I already have a relationship with these people. So it's easier because I know they're gonna do it, and if they don't do it, because they're not available. But
Mm-hmm.
then on this channel side, majority of the time, like I do collabs, it's like new people. So like reaching out and stuff, it's a scary process because the no, that I don't like, your mind just started running wild. But I was like, you know what? Let me do it. If I get a no, I get a yes. Either way, I got an answer and I put my effort in. And especially with doing this collab with Mike.D, just reaching out to him, and uh I kinda baited a little bit because I remember I commented on one of your story, and when I saw that you replied, I'm like, yep, I'm going right in. Like I gotta do something to see where, like, okay, I gotta see, is he gonna reply? Like, how long does he take to reply? Like, I had to do something to like see like how is this gonna go along. And as soon as I was like, you know what, got him. And then I think like a week later, I hit you up about doing the video. But the confidence create opportunity. Confidence create money. Like your confidence level is gonna take you to like high places, just a lot of opportunity. It's gonna take you very much places. It's not, your confidence not gonna be 100% all the time, but sometimes you just gotta fake it.
Mm-hmm.
Fake it till you make it can be both a good and a bad advice. But in
Yeah.
the sense of confidence, sometimes you gotta fake it. And
Mm-hmm.
just fake it and just go forward.
Show
Because,
up as the person you want to be until you become that person. I
and
feel
we'll
it.
be going into our last question for today, question number 11. What are some pieces of advice that you have for upcoming photographers?
Um, I mean, honestly, it's everything that I've said up until this point. About sticking with it, not quitting, working on your confidence, being focused on people, take care of your mental health, all the things that we discussed. And that consistency piece, I think that's the key right there. Like when I decided that I wanted to do it, I took pictures for years. I didn't become a photographer until I said, I'm really going to do it. And I committed to it 100%. And once that became my sole focus, that's when it took off. A lot of people think, oh man, you just blew up overnight. No, I simmered for a long time. And then I blew up when I said, I'm tired of simmering and I'm going to give it 100%. But so many people, you know, put half effort in and hope to get full results. And that's just not how it works. And so I think you just got to commit. That's like the biggest piece of advice, and just like stick with it and take care of yourself in the meantime. And
I think that's very important. And the simmering part, like once people see that outcome success, they didn't get to see the simmering part. But good thing is I'm still at my ground level. So from my video and stuff, you can see that I've been simmering for 6 years. I've been doing this. And just in case if one of my videos go viral and then suddenly like I gain that huge fan base, you can look at my resume. My resume is my channel. It's videos from 2016, because all my first year videos are gone. They're no longer up there. But you can see from the second year point all the way to now, like everybody see the end, the final product, the finish line, and then they're like, and then you're like, no, I put that work in. 6 years on Mr. Mike part, 6 years on my part. We both put our 6 years in of consistency, not quitting, keep going. We didn't just, just like, I'm here. You just like, I'm here. You know, like how with social media, they just go viral overnight. Nah, this was where it wasn't like an accidental thing where like we made a video. You took one picture and then it started going viral. And you're like, no, let me stick with this. Let me stick with it.
Yeah,
I can make some money. I can make some money off of this. It's like, no, you from the point where you wasn't getting paid to do this, so where it's getting paid a little bit, to medium, to where you're at. It's just been a consistency of hard work. And just the goal of any time I do interview with people is to learn about their story and then learn about how their consistency, how their challenges, how their obstacle made them where they are today. And again, just thank you so much for being a part of this video, for doing this video, Mr. Mike. This was just such an amazing thing, and just inspire for upcoming photographers and just anything. And my last question is, where can everybody reach you?
You can reach me on Instagram, Miked.shotme, SHOTME, or Miked.shotme.com.
And we'll have all those links in the description below, so make sure you guys check it out. On the shooting base, they're not cheap. Just want to give you that disclaimer. Mr. Mike have been putting in work for these years, so once you put in work, your price will go up. So just
BMWs aren't cheap, but they call it the ultimate driving experience for a reason.
Definitely. I just wanted to make sure I did that because I set a price, and I just want to make sure that they think too. It's definitely not $100. It's more than that. But just thank you so much for doing this video with me today. We'll be back, guys. This will not be the last time me and Mr. Mike.D is collabing. This won't be the last time. We'll be back soon. Not gonna say when, but we will definitely be back. But thank you so much for being a part of this video. Any last saying?
Nah, man. Again, kudos to you for everything that you've been doing, the hard work that you're putting in, and you're starting young too. So it's just like the sky's the limit for you. So I'm excited to kind of follow along on your journey and see what you make out of this thing. Well done.
Definitely appreciate it. This is the end of the video. If you guys haven't already, like the video, subscribe if you're new. Please turn on your post notification. That way, anytime I upload, YouTube will send you a notification. This is Motivation for Students. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.